52-year-old Kristin Cabot's fate still hangs in the balance. She's married to Andrew Cabot, heir to one of New England's oldest and most prestigious families, the Cabots.
This is my casino. Step out. Bring your money.
KissCam is really sort of a bad idea.
It depends on who you are.
Yeah, what you're up to.
It will reveal all, I think. It depends on what part of the story you're in on this. So Jumbotron's KissCam is a big event.
Who blew the whistle? The two executives caught on that now infamous Coldplay KissCam were first identified on a TikTok account of someone who apparently works at the company. Oh my God, that looks like Astronomer CEO Andy Byron and Astronomer Chief People Officer Kristin Cabot.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Parodies and memes are
All right, come on. You're okay?
Oh, look at these two.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what?
That's going to be one awkward board meeting, if not a couple divorces too. Whoever wrote the post was believed to have also attended the concert in Boston. And it sure seems that he or she works at the company. They knew Kristin Cabot's precise title in HR, and they also knew that both executives are married.
Oh, we know who we are. We know who they are.
So the video was captured from a Coldplay concert in Boston. Can you imagine getting busted at a Coldplay concert of all places? Frontman Chris Martin clocked that could maybe be the two of them having an affair. As the video went.
Cabot is a CEO of a boutique rum company. Here he is at a tasting in Paris. Those few seconds of video at the Coldplay concert are triggering a cultural tsunami. People are even betting online on whether the marriages survive.
I do feel bad for the wife of this individual, and if the HR director's married, I feel bad for the hubby. Because to find this out via such a public venue has to be really heartbreaking. Forget about being embarrassed. Being heartbroken is 100 times worse. And if children are involved in these relationships, what can you say? All right, my heart goes out to you.
How are you, an HR director, having an affair with the CEO? I'm guessing you didn't see the trainings that you've been assigning the employees. Forget HR. You are done in HR for the rest of your life. You will not run another HR department, because as soon as they Google your name and see a picture of you boot up with somebody else's husband who's also the CEO of your company, they're gonna laugh that application right into the trash can.
Imagine finding out your spouse is cheating, not through a text, not through whispers, but on a stadium jumbotron with Chris Martin casually calling it out. That's exactly what happened to Andrew Kitt when his wife, Kristin Cabot, a high-ranking HR executive, was caught snuggling up to her CEO at a Coldplay concert. The clip went viral instantly, spreading like wildfire across TikTok, Twitter, and Reddit. But the real heartbreak, it belongs to Andrew Kitt, her husband of years, who is now demanding divorce and refusing to forgive her. This isn't just a scandal, it's a public unraveling. A betrayal played out in 4K with a Coldplay soundtrack. Let's break down how Kristin's one night blew up her marriage, her career, and her reputation in front of the entire internet.
They don't even get caught if they're just both at the concert together. They only get caught because they're openly canoodling at the concert. It betrays a lack of respect for any sort of judgment, but also for a basic value system.
The moment lasted only 16 seconds, but the damage was instant. One kiss cam, one careless lean-in from Kristin Cabot, and the crowd's reaction told the world what Andrew Kitt didn't yet know. Chris Martin didn't miss a beat. His teasing line, either they're having an affair or they're just very shy, instantly became the soundtrack to their downfall. The crowd roared, Kristin's face dropped, and Andy fumbled like someone who knew they'd just been caught red-handed.
She whips her back to the camera.
Yeah.
And he actually bends down to get out of the, like squatting to get out of the sight. Honestly, they should have listened to me. Look, well, he's really hugging her. It's tight.
Yeah, you just lean in. You have to lean in at that point.
Right?
By the time Coldplay had finished their set, the clip was everywhere. TikTok edits, Twitter threads, and Reddit memes dissected Kristen's frozen expression. The internet's verdict was brutal. But for Andrew, this wasn't just betrayal. It was being blindsided in front of millions, with Chris Martin narrating the moment that destroyed his marriage.
And from the internet didn't stop.
And this is pretty viral stuff. Or do we have to get HR involved? I know that HR was involved.
Forget the Epstein files. I want to see the text messages of that Astronomer CEO that got caught cheating at the Coldplay concert.
If you're gonna have an affair, why would you bring her to a concert in public where everybody can see you? What if you even ran into someone you knew? Who cares about the jumbotron? What if you ran into someone you knew? Huh?
And can we talk about the employee that was with them? She obviously knows what's going on because she's there.
The moral of the story here is don't get caught on KissCam. And the tidbit is that's not his wife.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office.
I feel like this isn't a good way, and if you're gonna get caught cheating, it shouldn't be like this.
Well, maybe he should have thought of that before he was cheating.
Andrew Kitt isn't some anonymous spouse caught in the background of this story. He's a respected entrepreneur, CEO of a boutique rum company in Massachusetts. Known for being grounded, private, and fiercely loyal, Andrew built his life around family and hard work. Together, he and Kristen had just bought their $2 million dream home, a suburban retreat that symbolized their future. They weren't just building a house, they were building a life. Kristen even helped with Andrew's company, traveling with him to tastings in Paris and representing his brand at high-profile events. And how did she repay that trust? By detonating their marriage in public, with the grace of a drunk goat on roller skates at a Coldplay concert.
Well, good call from the lead man there, because it turns out that they were, in fact, probably having an affair.
They're both married, not for long.
Coldplay hasn't made a single in years, and now they just made 2 last night.
Kristen's professional image was pristine, until now. As Chief People Officer at Astronomer, she was the one tasked with maintaining workplace integrity. The irony couldn't be sharper. The HR director, the same person who probably sent out no office dating memos, is now the headline of one of the biggest workplace disasters of the year.
Here's Astronomer's leadership. This is Andy Byron. And right down here is the Chief People Officer. There you go. Kristen Cabot, Chief People Officer. Although the weird thing is that if you click on their LinkedIns and poof, they're gone. Deleted their LinkedIns. Too bad, you know? They'll be a scumbag. And if you are a scumbag, then, well, I guess you deserve this.
He's the CEO of a company called Astronomer, and that is his Chief People Officer. Is that what we're calling HR now? That is so weird. Chief People Officer, Kristin Cabot, C-A-B-O-T. The problem here is that Andy Byron is married to someone other than Kristin Cabot, who, again, the irony of her being head of HR, and he has 2 children, and it appears that they were caught in what appears to be an affair.
Rich CEO of one of the largest tech companies in the world could have anyone, and he's banging his of all. This is why I think all HR positions are basically a joke and should be eliminated. A completely useless position that is populated by women with insane inferiority complexes who get off, like I'm talking physically get off on, exerting the tiny amount of power that they have on people.
Anyway, here we go. So she brought her underling there to cover for them. The CEO's wife found out about it. She's already removed his last name from her LinkedIn and Facebook. Apparently, many people at the company knew that he was sleazy, previously worked for him. Moral of the story, don't go to a Coldplay concert.
Her LinkedIn profile vanished overnight, but not before Reddit detectives screenshotted every detail. One comment summed it up perfectly. Her LinkedIn disappeared faster than Andy Byron's career. And the internet hasn't let up. HR is supposed to stop scandals, not star in them. Chief People Officer? More like Chief Pillow Talk Officer? Deleting LinkedIn that fast? That's basically a digital confession. Andrew's response has been swift and uncompromising. According to friends, he's done playing nice. His words? She humiliated me in front of the entire world. I'll never forgive her. Imagine finding out the love of your life was cheating on you. Not through rumors, but as the centerpiece of a viral meme. For Andrew, this wasn't a private heartbreak. It was a public execution of trust.
Good-looking CEO sleeps with the secretary, in this case not the secretary, but someone under him, a head of HR, and they're going to a concert, and they're not doing anything obscene exactly. They're just kind of hugging and having this weird kind of oddly romantic affair, and then getting caught, feeling shame, trying to hide it. It's all terrible. It's all sinful. It's all completely degenerate.
Don't cheat on your wife. That makes you a scumbag. Let's just start there, full stop. But if you want to be a retarded scumbag, then you can go cheat on your wife at a concert where you're liable to be put on a massive camera in front of everyone, tens of thousands of people here in Boston, watching this.
Yes. Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You're okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy. I'm not quite sure.
That's a Coldplay concert, and it is the most viral clip on the internet.
This scandal didn't just wreck Andrew's life. It also dragged in Megan Byron, the wife of CEO Andy Byron. Megan's response has been as iconic as it is understated. No messy rants, no interviews. She simply erased Andy's last name from her social media.
The moment involves married tech CEO Andy Byron, caught with his coworker and HR chief. After the video spread, Byron's wife deactivated her social media.
We feel for her. So
Yes.
the CEO, Andy Byron, just released a statement where he apologizes to his partner, his kids, and his company. But he
Eagle-eyed observers online noted his wife has already changed her Facebook profile, removing her married name. And just like his marriage, he's also blown up the internet.
His wife has now deactivated her account. The wife later dropped her married name on her Facebook account.
I don't know what's worse. Finding out in 8K that your husband is a fan of Coldplay, or that he's cheating on you at the Coldplay concert, or that he's cheating on you with an old woman.
What a class act. Go, Megan. Get that divorce lawyer and get the money. Okay, so
there's a photo of them, right? This is their little tech company. Too bad, you know? They'll be a scumbag. And if you are a scumbag, then, well, I guess you deserve this.
TikTok crowned her immediately. Erase him like a typo. Queen energy. While Kristen's reputation burns, Megan's silence is winning her a wave of online support. And Andrew's quiet dignity is only amplifying the contrast. Meanwhile, Astronomer, the billion-dollar data startup at the center of this mess, is in free fall. Within 48 hours of the clip going viral, Andy Byron resigned. The board's official statement: "Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability." Recently, that standard was not met. Translation: he got kicked out faster than Kristen deleted her LinkedIn profile.
The CEO of a billion-dollar business is in damage control after his affair with a colleague was exposed, of all places, on KissCam.
Fallout tonight after an awkward KissCam moment at a Coldplay concert went viral across the globe. Now, we've now learned that the technology company Astronomer has announced that its CEO, Andy Byron, seen here, as you saw, embracing a woman who is not his wife, has resigned from the company. The company's board of directors accepted that resignation today.
Over the weekend, 50-year-old Andy Byron resigned as CEO of Astronomer. A company statement said, "Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability." Recently, that standard was not met.
Saying that it will begin the search for a replacement. In a statement released on the company's LinkedIn page, it says this, that Astronomer is committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability, and recently that standard was not met.
Astronomer says that they are committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability, and recently that standard was not met. Andy Byron has tendered his resignation and the board of directors has accepted. The board will begin a search for our next chief executive as co-founder, and the chief product officer, Pete DeJoy, continues to serve as interim CEO. Before this week, we were known as a pioneer in the data ops space, helping data teams power everything from modern analytics to production AI. While awareness of our company may have changed overnight, our product and our work for our customers have not. We're continuing to do what we do best, helping our customers with their toughest data and AI problems.
They've now locked all their comments. Oh no. Oh no. Is Andy Byron and HR having an affair still hold their positions at the company? Is it ethical?
Insiders claim emergency Zoom calls with investors lasted until dawn. One source said, "You didn't just embarrass your family. You embarrassed every one of us who backed you." A multi-million-dollar funding round? Frozen. Employees are leaking Slack messages that read like comedy scripts. Isn't HR supposed to prevent this? Every client call now starts with a Coldplay joke. The internet didn't just watch this story, it turned it into a content goldmine. Reddit sleuths compiled timelines of Kristen and Andy's too close moments at conferences and holiday parties. TikTok creators synced the KissCam clip to Coldplay lyrics like, "When you try your best, but you don't succeed."
This is the guy that is his head of HR. They were caught in an obvious embrace. And as soon as that cam went on them and they saw their image up on the thing, it was the worst cover-up ever. She turned her back to the camera and he just like, he looked totally humiliated, embarrassed.
It's time to kiss it goodbye. Baseball is probably not the only thing you can say that about.
I think that the actual star of this story, though, is Chris Martin, who decides, given an opportunity here, to let these people off the hook and just let the camera move along, to suggest explicitly that these people are either having an affair. I mean, seriously? You just throw the fans under the bus who paid their hard-earned money for these tickets?
I feel bad for so many people involved in this. Like, Chris Martin is one of the sweetest guys. I'm a huge Coldplay fan. Like, really a genuinely sweet guy who's trying to do the world better. He's trying to showcase people having loving moments. And it sure looks like these two are in love, Kim. Very, very confident in such a public space. Yeah. You would think they're a couple. Would you not, Kim?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think the biggest thing that surprises me about this is how public this is.
The drama almost feels cinematic. Kristen didn't just betray her marriage, she turned it into a Greek tragedy with a Spotify playlist. Fans joke that Fix You has become the unofficial soundtrack of Andrew's divorce papers. Meanwhile, Andrew Kitt is emerging as the internet's tragic hero. Take her for everything, King. Team Andrew all the way. Kristen's reputation gone. Her career in ashes. And the internet is not letting her forget it. Insiders close to Andrew confirm that divorce proceedings are already underway. And honestly, how could they not be? Private mistakes can be forgiven. But when your betrayal is trending, replayed, and memed in 4K, there's no hiding from it or undoing it. Kristen's career is also in freefall. She's gone from a respected HR executive to an online cautionary tale. Her LinkedIn might be gone, but screenshots are forever. What would you do if you were Andrew Kitt? Could you forgive a betrayal this public, or does a humiliation like this demand a clean break? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Are you Team Andrew, the loyal husband blindsided in 4K, or Team Kristen, the HR exec whose name is now a viral punchline? Hit that like button if you think Andrew deserves better, and subscribe because this scandal isn't over. The fallout is just beginning.